My name is Katelyn.
And Garrett, and welcome back to Monotone Thoughts.
So I think it's important to start this off with just saying a little bit about who we are, what we are,
and why we're doing this.
And why in the hell we are doing this. And I just want to start off by saying we are the dumbest people when it comes to technology. And this has taken a lot longer than we ever assumed because we wanted to have this done
a month ago.
But I got pregnant.
And I got COVID.
And, you know, the time just flew by.
Was not it. It was not the vibe.
And here we are. We are doing our first episode. And I can't wait to have you guys join us. I don't know what to be saying.
We don't know what we're going to be saying. We don't know what we're going to be talking about. We're probably going to be making a lot of apologies.
So what I do in life best is I just fucking wing it.
Wing it.
Like, I don't have a script on anything. I just fucking wing it and act like I've been doing it my whole entire life. And confidence is always key. So that's exactly what I'm going to come into this podcast having is fucking confidence, because
it's literally like, I always say, like, doing like a job interview. Like, I'm like, if you plan ahead, like, I don't know, but if I plan ahead for something, I sound so stupid.
I sound so stupid. I sound like I've been just up all night thinking about what to say, and then it comes out and I sound dumb.
Yeah.
But I am dumb.
So honestly, maybe it's a little bit better to let them know right away. But no, if you wing it, it's so much easier.
So we're winging it, bitches. Confidence is key. We are two hot-ass bitches. And here we are. So I just thought we'd, like, go over how we met. Do you want me to start?
You can start it.
Okay. So I was good friends with one of Garrett's cousins. And I really don't know what happened and how me and Garrett became a lot closer than his cousin, but I think it was because I just figured out I was going to corrupt Garrett at a very young age. And I really like to party, and I used to bring Garrett to all the parties.
I was in 8th grade, and you were in high school.
Yeah. That sounds kind of creepy.
Yeah, no, 100%. But if we set the tone, let's actually set the tone. I met you through, yes, my cousin, and you guys were close friends at the time, and you lived one street over from me, so we would walk to your house. And you would literally, and we would just hang out like every single day. We would go, and it was like during the summer, and we would go to my pool, and that's all we cared about, like every day.
All we cared about that summer was being the tannest possible human beings we could be.
Literally. And then I feel like then we started going to parties, and my family member did not really enjoy that lifestyle.
Yeah, she was not a partier, but Garrett dabbled in it.
I was down.
Garrett was able to dabble in it, and I would bring him to these high school parties, and they would be like, why would you bring your little brother to a party? Like, what the fuck? Could you not find a babysitter, or you just be babysitting this kid? And I'd be like, no, he's fine. Like,
that's how I had my first sip of alcohol. My first sip of alcohol was at a basement party you took me to, and I thought
it was in a garage.
No, it was in a basement, and I will remember this because it's like, I remember sitting at this like island bar in like some like half finished basement, and these guys were like, what do you want to drink? Like, what? And I was like, I've never had an alcohol. I had an alcohol. I don't even know what I'm talking about. And I remember like seeing a Red Bull, and I was like, oh, I'll have that. Like, thinking it's just a Red Bull. Like, I don't know. And I see that it was like Jaeger. And the next thing I know is you coming up behind me into me. You're saying, don't fucking embarrass me.
I mean, nobody wants to bring this, like, young-ass kid to a party and then not drink. Like, first off, everybody's confused as to why you're there in the first place, so you're not going to embarrass me.
Literally.
It's either you drink or, like, you're going home. Like, I'm not taking you home because I'm not leaving this party. Like, That's what kind of shitty friend I was when I was younger. Like, no, I'm staying. You can figure out a way home.
And honestly, and I think I adapted that for a while, and it went a little downhill for a moment.
I was a shitty human being when I was younger, but I just want to say that I have done a full 180. I am not the same that I was when I was younger, because I was wild.
Very wild.
I was wild. Like, I would go to parties, drink, and then, like, start fistfights with men.
Yes. I have seen you throw keys at the back of someone's head, a bottle before.
Like, there was something wrong with me.
Yeah, and I would just then, like, and then everyone would look at me being like, hey, is, like, your older sister okay? And I'm like,
First of all, she's not my sister.
No,
and
it was
second
just
off, no, she's mentally ill.
I'm like, I don't know that girl. I would have to, like, then be like, who else do I know now?
Oh, God. Like, the times have changed, and thank God. Ugh. But, like, I just remember that summer going to the pool and going to Friendly's and getting chicken on a stick nonstop.
Honestly, America really went downhill when Friendly's went away.
Well, they're still Friendly's, but like they're just not readily available like they used to be.
It's not giving friendly.
Okay.
I think this is a good transition to kind of just discuss like who we are, which is the most embarrassing thing. I feel like I'm in an AA meeting right now.
I hate when people ask me, like, tell me a little bit about yourself. And I feel like that's exactly what I'm fucking doing right now. And it's very awkward.
It's
and like
so awkward.
Honestly, my palms are sweating.
And honestly, if you know me and you're listening to this, stop listening. Literally go away.
No, I want you to listen to this because I want you to know how fucking awkward that I really am.
So I can begin. I am Garrett. I am 27. Are we gonna? No, we're not saying location. Let's just not. And you can find it if you want to.
ASL, age, sex, location.
We're gonna say the DMV area.
Yeah, we're in the DMV. That is accurate. We are in the DMV area.
We are in the DMV area. I'm honestly going back and forth between cities all the time, I feel like, but that's just because I'm a bit of a mess and I like to like hop in and hop out. I work for a very major corporation that we won't name.
We will never name.
We will never name.
We will never name because if Garrett gets fired, it's going to be all my fault.
Honestly, I could see this happening. And yeah. And I would say, I don't know, I'm gay, clearly. And I'm just honestly a hot ass mess.
And he loves terry cloth, and that just makes me ill.
Okay. I'm going to literally.
He came to my house today with the terry cloth. I don't know what that is, but it looks like a dirty rag in its bag, and it's making me ill. And I'm just sitting there.
I want everyone to know that I am not above hitting a pregnant woman. But go on.
All right, I guess I'll tell you about myself. Oh, God. I'm 30 years old. I am newly married. I've been married for about, I think, 7 months now. I mean, time just flies by when you're having fun, right? I am newly pregnant with twins. I just hit my second trimester, thank God, because I have felt like absolute fucking death my first trimester, and I'm hoping for better days in my second trimester. So for like the last 10 years, on and off, I'm not going to say it's a straight 10 years, I have been working in a strip club. And I had a little like claim to fame, I guess you can call it, on TikTok, where I started posting about like my bartending at a strip club, and like it just took off, and I never imagined it to ever take off. And I had like a lot of like social media managers, I guess, or like content creator managers reaching out to me, trying to manage me, which like I don't like anybody making money off of me. So like it's a no for me, dog. Like,
always.
I just don't do percentages, and I don't do people making money off of me. Anyways, they'd always say, like, what is your next step from here? Like, do you have any ideas about where you want to go? Do you want to do, like, YouTube? And then I, like, really thought about the YouTube route, and then I'm just, like, not into the YouTube route. It's, like, everybody's doing the same thing, and, like, I'm just not that type of bitch. Like,
I'd like to let you know that this is also available on YouTube. So if you are watching...
No, I'm talking about like, those like, vlogs, like, what I eat in a day, and, like...
Follow me. I'm an influencer.
Yeah, like, that's just not me at all. And I'm also, like, very rough around the edges, where I feel like these girls are, like, very prim and proper. And it's just, like, I just feel like I wouldn't do well on a YouTube platform where they're, like, censoring my shit.
And you'd be canceled within seconds.
I'd be canceled within seconds. 1,000%. So I said, let's do a fucking podcast.
Where we can't get... Well, we can still get canceled,
well,
but...
I can get canceled, but I can also say whatever the fuck I want.
Exactly. You can go out right.
And then so I, was thinking about like what I wanted to do a podcast based on. I don't want it to only be around the strip club because there's only so much I can talk about. Like, yeah, I've worked there on and off for the last 10 years, but like that's not my life. I literally go to work, I clock in, I work, and I come home, and I leave that kind of life at the door.
And I will actually say this is something I was always impressed of, because I wondered always about like, I knew you didn't give a like what other people thought, but like I was always very impressed. Like if anyone ever like my friends would be like, "Oh, isn't your friend work at a strip club?" I'm like, yeah, but honestly, she treats it like a corporate job, like a 9 to 5. Like goes in, not friends with anyone, gets the money, leaves, and don't ever talk about it.
Yeah, I feel like that's the only way that I've survived working there this long is that I treat it like a 9 to 5 job, which it's not 9 to 5 at all. But I treat it like a regular job. I go in, I make money. I leave my strip club life at the door, which I turn on a whole different personality to be at a strip club. I love being at home. I love not talking to anybody for days at a time. Like, I am not like an outgoing person at all. Like, if you've ever met me in real life, or if you know me in real life, you know that I'm not the most outgoing person in a room. My husband is. I am not. Like, I like to keep to myself, but I turn on this whole different personality when it comes to working at the strip club, because I understand that's how I make money, is being it's
your customer service voice. Like, I say mine's like Paris Hilton. It's so embarrassing. I have actually, not kidding, my boss literally called me for the first time, like on like my work phone, that like I didn't have a caller ID or I wasn't paying attention. He was like, when I answered, he was like, hey, can I speak to Garrett? And I was like, oh, hey, this is me. And he was like, okay. I was like, oh, that's embarrassing. I do have a different voice. Sorry.
Let me hear your customer service voice.
No, it's literally like,
you have to do it.
It's very Paris.
Do it.
It's like,
just say like, hi, this is Garrett. Thank you so much for calling.
Okay, hold on. It's like, hi, this is Garrett. Thank you so much for calling. Like, it's literally like, it's honestly kind of call sex. Like, honestly, should I get on like the like 1-800, like call me late at night, gentlemen? Like
the 1-800, like let's talk dirty at AOL.com.
Do they still do that in the Yellow Pages? Back
I see commercials for it late at night all the time on like Comedy Central.
Well, this doesn't work out. I know where I'm going.
So anyways, I approached Garrett about starting this podcast because I know I wanted to do it with somebody. I know that I didn't want it to be just about me talking about myself the whole entire time, because like my life's not that fucking interesting. But like, I guess some people think it is, because I had so many people within the years of me working at a strip club be like, you should write a book. And like, everybody that I've known that's worked in the strip club and that's like a veteran in that industry, every single person is like, you should really sit down and like journal all your thoughts and like interactions with people and write a book, which like I can't write. Like,
to get like, honestly, the funny thing is the fact that this has thoughts in the title. Like, how long can we hold on to a thought?
Yeah.
Us having a conversation just, and like before this is literally just, it's 800 different things in a span of 10 minutes. 100%. Nothing makes sense.
Like, my ADHD is all over the place. Like, I can't focus to save my life. So writing a book is like completely out of the question for me. And plus it's like f***ing stupid. Like, you wouldn't understand my personality if I wrote a book. You'd be like, this is like Dwight from The Office, and like nothing is like registering. Like, there's no personality here. So like, a podcast is the perfect direction. So here we are.
And we're doing it. And it's going to be every week. And we're going to be honestly sharing stories about like things from the past, things about our personal lives. We're going to be really just honestly our typical girl talk that we literally do every time we see each other each week anyway.
Yeah, like, I would love this to be like a girl talk type thing, where it's like just girls.
Just girls being girls, women supporting women.
I love that.
You know, we love today women supporting other women.
I love women supporting other women.
And I also love watching shows that women don't support other women.
Yes. And like, we also want to bring like other aspects and to this podcast. Like, me and Garrett both love Bravo. Like, we live and breathe watching Bravo. Like, the only thing that's ever on my TV at home is Bravo. Like, I just, we'd love to talk about Bravo.
It's Housewives every moment, every day. I had to spit the information. I retain it. Like, I don't know why that I can recite, like, season 1 New York. I don't, and it's a problem. And I cannot retain, I couldn't tell you my social security number, but I could tell you exactly why Bethany and Jill got into a fight. Like, why can I do this? It's not good.
I hate Jill.
She's having her moment.
Anyways, yeah, we want to make it about Bravo. We want to have like viewers and listeners like chime in on what they want to hear, whether it's like advice, relationship advice, like life advice, like sexuality advice, because like we do have a gay man here. Like, not that I know a lot about sexuality, but I do have somebody here.
You do have a gay friend, and honestly, I can't wait to share a very good story of when you did something to get ready for your husband and you didn't contact that gay friend that you should have. We'll get to that soon. Oh, God,
that's literally terrible. But, like, yeah, I'd like to make it just, like, an open-ended girl talk. Like, if you guys want to hear something, if you want advice, like, give us topics. Like, we're ready for anything. Like, I'm an open fucking book, and I always have been. Anybody that knows me knows that I will literally tell you whatever the I want. I have no filter, and it's gotten me in trouble, and it's also gotten me far in life. So.
It's honestly a mixture. I'm like, I can sugarcoat it or I can't. I don't know. What do you want?
Yeah, it's either a good or bad thing that I can't shut my mouth. But like, I just am at a point in my life where I give no fucks.
It's really, I feel like, you know, when people turn like 70 and they just like stop caring, like they say they're not politically correct. They are literally the worst. Like you don't want to take them out. I think that's now. Like
why
it's
has it
gotten sooner.
happened so early in my life? Like I wish that would happen when I was like in my 60s or 70s, like retired. I sit at home in my condo on a golf course, and I
and we're just vibing,
and I'm just drunk as fuck, like just being obnoxious all the time. Like nobody wants to come around me because I'm just busy spitting the truth, and everybody's scared of me.
It's very Wendy Williams energy over here.
Oh, I love a good Wendy Williams in a wig.
Well, I think that should be enough for today.
Yeah. So like, we can ramble all fucking day long, and like,
we will.
I think that we should just call this quits, and this is going to be our first little get to know us episode, and we hope that you join us. We're dropping new episodes every Thursday, correct?
Yes.
We're sticking to Thursday. Every Thursday, we're going to drop a new episode, and
we'll see you then.
We will see you then.
TTYL bitches.
Yeah.